Hi, all. It's Professor Devine, and I want to thank everyone for your work this week in English 422. Kicking things off, checking out Paris from an American perspective, and then from a Brazilian and South African perspective. I think the blogging's been great. The discussion forums have been really good. Um, this is just an intro, contextual lecture to get things started for week two and beyond. And where are we going this week? Well, we are in the world of modern times. This is my modern times poster, Charlie Chaplin. But this week, we actually are checking out the power of, there it is, the red balloon. A simple child's toy, right? Floats. It's amazing what a balloon can do. It's a very cinematic thing if you think about it. And I want you to think about the idea of the red balloon as a child's toy because where we're going this week and beyond is in the growth of European international cinemas, right? Beyond Hollywood, beyond the Hollywood backlot and the kind of artificial sets. Think about 1939's Wizard of Oz, right? Big Hollywood spectacles. Well, post World War II, the atom bomb, right? The destruction of what people kind of thought of as the world that they had known up to that point. What we see is the growth of national cinemas. And we see that most strongly in Europe, and particularly where we're going to spend some time in this class because we do have limited time, is we're going to spend some time in the streets of France, right? France will see with the Red Balloon, a 20-minute film, beautiful short film. We'll see a movie that is made with almost no budget, almost no special effects, although there's some magic in it. There is some special effects in it. Almost no script. There's almost no speaking in it, right? And it's a very simple but powerful movie that really takes us to the streets, right? And I want you to think about that the Parisian movies that you really enjoyed, that started to look at the nanny, right? That started to look at the parking lot attendant. What they did is start to look at people who maybe have been ignored, right? Outside of the tourist gaze. And with the Red Balloon, we're going to start opening up cinema, not only beyond America, not only to the streets outside, but also to people like children, right? That we'll see. We're going to focus on the struggles of the individual in society. And I don't want to give much more away, but The Red Balloon's a beautiful little film that kind of captures the new emphasis on the power of the individual in this kind of post atomic world where so much is kind of stacked against us, right? And we will then pivot back to America just very briefly to watch a film called 12 Angry Men. And the film 12 Angry Men is also about a child. It's about a child who's on trial. And rather than being outside, it's totally indoors. And in itself, it's also an experimental film, right? It's a move away from big Hollywood sets to a really intense script about the legal system in America. And so this week, what we're going to be doing is comparing Red Balloon and 12 Angry Men. It's a movie, it's two movies that when you put them into conversation with each other, they're really about seeing the world in new ways. They're about the power of the individual, and they're also about justice, right? Next week, we're going to go to Japan and we'll do a film called Rashomon that is also about the legal system and will also explore outside sets, experimental filmmaking in really powerful and interesting ways. So that's all I wanted to say about today and this week's films. I hope you really enjoy them. It's a beautiful, magical film. Keep up the good work on the forums. The one thing I might do with forums is give you the option for the forum to choose forum A or B, which is due on a Wednesday. So we don't have so many people writing about the same prompt. I'll give you a few different choices on prompts. I'll keep trying to give feedback as much as possible, and just hold tight and check out some good films this week. I'll try to post these at the beginning of each week. All right, peace.